Good morning. Mayor Einat Kalish Rotem, Acting Deputy Mayor Naksong Suk, and all the distinguished speakers, guests, and visitors, we are delighted to host you and the Blue Economy Conference here at the Bahá'í World Center. And while I would love to be able to speak with you in Hebrew, despite 3 years of ongoing study, אני עדיין מדבר עברית כמו ילדון. But my studies will continue. You know, the Haifa-Akko area, with these wonderful cities surrounding the glimmering Bay of Haifa, is the permanent spiritual and administrative center of the Baha'i faith. Over 8 million Baha'is around the world look to this area with great affection and longing. This auditorium is one of many places of worship in the Baha'i Center. It is not a convention center. Rather, it is usually used for morning prayers. But every day, the 800 Baha'i volunteers serving here in the Baha'i World Center from 85 different countries admire the Mediterranean Sea. Whether the waves are crashing on the beaches from a far-off storm, or the sea calmly reflects light from the sun, or the moon, or the many evening shore lights that circle the bay, uniting Haifa with Akko into one metropolis. You know, the sea is a constant presence here, a presence that touches the lives of all the area's residents, be they Jews, Muslims, Christians, Druze, or Baha'is. We all share the privilege of living here by the sea. So when we were asked by the Haifa municipality to host this conference, we gladly said yes. This unique conference, with its emphasis on science and technology, on economic development, and the importance of preserving the marine environment, is an opportunity to reflect on what lies at the heart of these topics. As you attend the 6 sessions of this conference, as you listen to the various presentations, consult about issues, and share relevant information, here are a few questions and thoughts you might ponder. Are not science and technology essential to the full development of the individual and society? We all know that science and technology, if correctly employed, can lead to the betterment of the human race and to an understanding of the mysteries of the universe. We know that they have the potential to eradicate poverty, to enrich humanity, and free it from the struggle for existence. Science and technology help us to understand the potential of existing resources, including our marine environment, and they help us learn to develop and protect this natural heritage for ourselves and for future generations. Since its founding over 150 years ago, the Baha'i faith has emphasized the need for the development process to use science and technology to, first of all, elucidate and reinforce the fundamental organic oneness of the human race by helping to abolish all forms of prejudice and divisiveness. Furthermore, development should encompass the physical, mental, and spiritual well-being of all peoples, and that science and technology, when properly channeled, can help all nations to achieve this. But are science and technology ends in and of themselves, or are they tools to be properly employed, depending on social, economic, and political factors. And isn't technology an outgrowth of science? It is our conviction that if lasting development is to occur, science and religion, the two most potent forces in human life, must be brought into unity. Rather than being in conflict with each other, science and religion are both the means by which truth is revealed to the world. Only when scientific progress is balanced with spiritual advancement will development be capable of releasing the enormous potential of the physical world for the well-being of humanity. We all benefit from our collective understanding of the world, which is derived through the proper use of both science and religion. Throughout history, societies and cultures have adopted countless beliefs and conceptual models that reflect how they see, understand, and approach the world. These have generally contributed to the progress of the respective societies in which they are held. But have such beliefs and conceptual models been conducive to progress when applied in the global context? Let's examine conventional economic development, which is to promote and implement strategies conducive to material prosperity. Generally, this is based on the assumption that governments, enterprises, and individuals behave in their narrow self-interests. And as such, competition fosters growth. Are human beings simply intelligent, selfish animals, destined to focus on fulfilling their material needs? Can such a belief be anything but destructive when applied to regions composed of diverse peoples and communities? Can true unity be fostered with an understanding of economics based on the presumption that individuals and enterprises will gain advantage over each other? What would regional, national, and global economic structures look like if collaboration were understood to be more effective than competition at promoting development? What if acknowledging that human beings are more than intelligent, selfish animals in competition with each other, the goal of economic development was the promotion of spiritual as well as material prosperity? How would we see, understand, and approach the world around us? Of course, a prominent feature of the world around us here is the Mediterranean Sea, a body of water with proven benefits to the material prosperity of our region, be they through transportation, tourism, recreation, or food production. But like that which has occurred to many other natural resources elsewhere in the world, the drive for material prosperity has taken an environmental toll here too. The health of our environment seems to be inversely related to economic development. As conventional economic development has advanced, the health of our physical environment, including the Mediterranean Sea, has declined. Pollution and the depletion of marine resources remain growing challenges. But what if conservation and environmental stewardship were seen as manifestations of spiritual principles such as justice, global prosperity, moderation, and the oneness of humanity? Would humanity, imbued with such principles, make greater commitments to and take greater care of protecting our physical environment? Bahá'í teachings emphasize that nature reflects the qualities and attributes of God, and should therefore be greatly respected and cherished. That all things are interconnected and flourish according to the law of reciprocity. And the oneness of humanity is the fundamental spiritual and social truth shaping our age. However, while nature is greatly valued and respected, it is not worshipped or adored. Rather, it is to serve the purpose given by God to the human race to carry forward an ever-advancing civilization. As you will see later when you tour the Baha'i Gardens, the Baha'i World Center by design encompasses magnificent beauty. Indeed, it is this design which inspires prayer and reflection on the idea that spiritual development, the administration of community affairs, and respect for nature are inseparable elements of all programs aimed at promoting the well-being of humanity while building a sustainable world civilization. Finally, quoting one of the many metaphors in the Baha'i writings extolling the unity of all peoples, become as waves of one ocean, the drops of one sea, the flowers of one rose garden, the trees of one orchard, the grains of one harvest, and the plants of one meadow. I hope you have a wonderful conference.